One of my viewers by the name of Harmon SG asked me a question about my hair, so let me read it to you. Can you make a video on hair care products or how you style your own hair? Your hair is awesome in shape, texture, and luster. Well, first, thank you for those nice words. And yes, I am making this video right now for you and for anyone else out there interested in this. You'll be surprised to hear what I have to say about hair care. What gives you great hair? There are 4 things that go into this, one of which you can't help. The first one, of course, the one you can't help, is genetics. You do have to be born with it. To a certain extent, this helps a lot. But you may be born with the greatest hair on earth. If you don't do the second thing, it won't matter one bit. And the second thing is that you have to eat healthy. You have to eat the right stuff to feed your hair and your nails and your skin, along with the rest of your body, of course. So what kind of stuff do you need to eat to get great looking hair? Well, here are just some of the things. I'm going to read them off to you. Vitamin C is really important. Biotin or vitamin H, it's part of the B group of vitamins. Iron, zinc, vitamin E, selenium, collagen, sulfur, and silica. So those are the things that need to be present in your diet so that you have great hair and nails and skin. I'm a raw foodist, which means I eat foods as much as possible uncooked, and of course vegan, so no animal products. Well, maybe honey once in a while, but that's pretty much it for animal products for me. And perhaps that's one of the reasons why I have great looking hair. So on to the third reason for great looking hair. And that, of course, you may have guessed it already, is to find a good barber or a good hairstylist. Because you can have wonderful hair, if you don't get the right haircut, then you won't be able to show it off. It just won't look good. You'll be ashamed of it in return, and you just won't look good. So you've got to find the right hairstylist for you. Somebody that can cut your hair the way you want it, the way you feel good about it. I have such a person. For more than a year now, I've been using the same hairstylist, or maybe even 2 years. And very seldom do I go to someone else. So it's really important that you find somebody that can cut your hair and makes you feel good about it. Somebody that's expertly trained. So many stylists nowadays are superficial in that they haven't gotten the right training. They haven't been apprentices long enough to really get a taste, really get a feel, a true feel for what it's like to cut hair properly. In the past, you know, hairstylists or barbers or folks who cut hair, let's just put it that way, used to apprentice for years, 3, 4, 5 years even, with a master barber or a master hairstylist, just to get so they could learn how to cut hair properly, have enough experience before they went out on their own to do it. Nowadays, somebody with a fancy pair of scissors and some mousse or something thinks they can cut hair. Not really, not really. It takes a little more than that. So you've got to find somebody who's got the experience and the talent needed to cut hair properly. Okay, now on to the fourth reason why hair looks great. And this one is probably the one that Harmon SG asked me for, hair care products. This is actually the least important one. Surprise! This is, of course, the hair care products, the stuff you use to style your hair in the morning or whenever. The least important one, the last one, actually. Because if you've got the right genetics, if you eat healthy, if you have a good hairstylist, you're going to need to use very little in terms of hair care products. Your hair is going to look great. You're going to wake up in the morning, maybe run your comb through it or your hand through it, and you'll be done. Seriously. I'm not kidding. So, Surprise, surprise. Now, you posted that comment on one of my videos when I had my hair a little shorter. And it actually was, yeah, when I have my hair shorter, guess how much hair stuff I use in my hair? Zero, zip, zilch, nada. Not a thing. I wake up in the morning, I run my hair, my hand through it a couple times, and that's it. Now I've got a little longer hair, I've got to put something in it to keep it in place. So I'll talk about the things I use now, or rather the thing that I use now for my hair in just a bit. So surprise, for years now I've been using zero stuff in my hair. I barely even combed it. I mean, it just didn't need to be combed. Once in a while, like once a week, I'd comb my hair. So all those videos where you see my hair looking great, not a thing. Didn't use anything in my hair. Okay, so why don't I show you some of the stuff that I use for my hair. Let's see. Oh, let's start with something I used to use. This is something called Murray's Light Pomade. Super light pomade. You can hardly find this stuff. It's an old company that I doubt it's the same company now, but it was launched in the 20s. Back then, when they used to use pomade in their hair, you know, used to comb it very neatly and use pomade to keep it in place. No longer. But it is a fun product that I used to use in my hair. And what made it even more fun is the ingredients in it. And guess what the stuff has in it? There are like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ingredients in this. I love it, and I can understand every one of them. Petrolatum, or petroleum jelly, lanolin, coconut oil, aloe, as in aloe vera, and fragrance. That's it. Now, I don't use this stuff in my hair anymore because it takes a bit getting used to. It's kind of greasy. I mean, it's petroleum jelly, right? It's kind of greasy, and it dirties out the colors on my shirts. And so all my light colored shirts screwed up the colors, had to get new shirts. So that's actually why I don't use it anymore. I used to like it, you know. Now my wife uses this. She has really curly hair. What do I use now? This is what I use now. See? It's called Total Results Super Definer Gel by Matrix. And that's all that I use in my hair. I use very little of this. Let me just show you how much I use. I mean, it's the equivalent of a single bean. That's it. That's how much I use. So let me rinse it off, because I've already put it in my hair and I don't need to put any more in there. Alright, now what else did I try? I tried this thing. It's botanical styling gel by Hair Wonder. It's supposed to be paraben free, 8 certified organic ingredients, blah blah blah. It's really strong and it makes my hair really sticky and heavy. You can actually, I filmed a video where I use this unrelated to hair stuff. I'll put a link to it right here. You can watch that video if you want. It's an interview I did with my wife on one of her shows. So there I kind of slathered this puppy on and my hair ended up looking very slick. Didn't really like it when I saw myself in the video, but that was that. So let me just talk a bit about some of the other things I use. Why not? I also have, I guess it's the same company that makes this one. The one that I use now, they make this as well. It's a volumizing foam and it's full a year later. So you can see how much I use this, right? I don't think I maybe touched that once. Yeah, so what else do I use? I've got this one by Nivea. It's a hairspray. Styling Spray Diamond Gloss. And I think 2 years later, it's like 80%, 90% full. That's how much I used of it. Now the one My wife uses more of this stuff than I do, really, because she kind of needs to for her curly hair. The one that my wife got lately is this one. It's a hairspray. It's called Ecologic Fix Strong Laca Spray with Vitamin E Non-Aerosol Volume Spray by Sculpt. I guess it's a professional line of hairsprays. I used it once. I think it's okay. But really, I think the key take-home message from this video, I hope for you, is that use as little hair care stuff as possible. And even the stuff you do use a tiny little bit of it, just as much as your hair needs, not more. And let me just talk a bit about the pitfalls of hair care products, you know. Not only do they give you dandruff, I jotted some of these things down, but some of them, if they're really cheaply made or you use too much of them, you slather too much on, you know, to get that spiky look or who knows what kind of look you're interested in, they can make your hair fall out. Ooh. They will certainly give you itchy scalp. I have itchy scalp from using even the little that I use. It gives me itchy scalp, and so I end up having to scratch my scalp at the end of the day. I have to go jump in the shower and wash my hair. Of course, they make your hair sticky, so it gathers dust and all kinds of other particles from the air, like pollen and who knows what else, more nasty stuff like fruit flies or who knows what. I'm serious, it's a problem. When your hair is sticky, stuff will stick to it. Like particles from the emissions of the trucks and the cars on the road. Ooh. And of course, I've already mentioned that the chemicals in some of these things can do some nasty stuff to your body, to your hormone functioning. I mean, this is why I loved using this pomade, you see, because 5 ingredients and all of them are pretty healthy. You can kind of slather all of them individually on your face even, and you won't get sick and you won't get some weird eczema or who knows what. But you look at some of the stuff that these things have in them, and I don't understand the ingredients. I mean, they're tongue twisters. I have no idea what these things are, and we're putting them in our hair, and why? So I neglected to mention one aspect of hair care that's kind of important, because we do have to do it quite often, and that of course is washing your hair. So what we used to wash our hair, we use all natural stuff, have been for years. Lately my wife has been buying these things made by Douce Nature. I guess it's a French company. Are they made in France? Yes, they are made in France. So one of them is a shampoo, which is kind of liquid. The other one is a cream. They're pretty good, and they're all natural. They're organic. And again, you can look at the list of ingredients, and it's got 1 or 2 things that sound weird. They're like tongue twisters, but the rest are natural ingredients. They even say right here on the bottle, 98.91% of the total of the ingredients are of natural origin, and 11.03% of the total of the ingredients proceed from organic agriculture. So I guess at some point they started organic, and then they ended up being weird chemicals that you can't pronounce. But most often we use actually this. It's a shampoo bar made by a company called Indea Soap, right here in Romania, actually, friends of ours. And it's 100% natural, manually made from cold pressed oils. Really good stuff, and healthy. And we've been washing my hair with this for years. With these natural things, we've always tried to find as natural as possible. This is what it looks like. It's a bar. It's actually quite soft. Has barely any smell. The smell that it does have is great. So we use that on the hair, and no dandruff, no itchy scalp, none of those weird problems I used to get from using the store-bought shampoos, you know. Yeah, and both me and my wife used to have problems with our scalp, and with the health of our scalp when we use the store-bought stuff. Use natural, healthy stuff as often as you can. Otherwise, you're going to run into problems. I mean, you can't sacrifice health for the sake of beauty. It's a foolish thing to do. So, why don't we wrap up this video, huh? 4 things that make your hair look great. 1, genetics. 2, great food, good, healthy food. 3, hairstylist, proper hairstylist, good haircuts. 4, hair care products. Hope this has been helpful. If you must put hair care products in your hair, go for the more expensive ones, the professional ones. You'll get more quality out of them, and in the end they'll cost you less, and they'll be healthier for you because you'll need to use less of it to get the same effect as you would from a cheaper product. And see if you can get ones that have healthier ingredients in them. I doubt that you can get something like this anymore with 5 ingredients and all of them pretty good. I don't think there's something like this on the market, the equivalent being something like that. But always look at the ingredients. Get the good stuff, use as little of it as possible, or none of it. If you have shorter hair and you can manage with no hair care products whatsoever other than shampoo perhaps, and perhaps a little, not mousse, but a conditioner now and then, great. Just use that. Okay? Alright. See you soon. Bye.